But here we are, guys. Players are close together here. And Gabi has gained herself quite a few fans after Titans League performance. Gabi's here in the red. She's up against TaToH, very first round of King of the Desert 6. Arabia only tournament, and Arabia is where Gabi's Chaos can thrive. TaToH, though, is the big favorite. TaToH has been in the top 10 for a very, very long time in our scene. Usually he's seen as being best on hybrid-style maps, which this is not. So I'm curious to see how TaToH performs. I haven't seen TaToH play in a tournament in a while. Might be a little bit of rust. He's not as active as some of the others. I would expect him still to be a big favorite here. Yeah, players are really close together. Really close together. They won't know that. But there's a lot of stone and gold to fight over here, guys. Both neutral gold and the stone and gold that the players start with. The right side of the map does have some extra golds on it. This version of Arabia will have more neutral golds to fight over. But yeah, I mean, you're not really going to naturally be expanding that direction. So this is probably not an area of the map we're really going to look at long term. What's up, Hey Hell? Thank you so much, man. I'm not sure about that. Detour, thank you. Yeah, so TaToH's picked Armenians. This was third on his draft. And I wouldn't have ever expected that he would go for something like this. Third on the draft. I mean, Armenians, you have to play them in very unique ways. And so the big thing, as TaToH's looking for a sheep here, the other sheep are actually missing on this side. But the big thing I think about for someone like TaToH would be longswords. Longswords in Feudal Age. It's really strong strat, but I've also been talking nonstop about how big of a problem these churches are. So, the church rush is pretty gimmicky, pretty crazy. Is TaToH actually going to try that? I would be surprised. I would be very surprised. We might see those churches incorporated later, but TaToH is too good to have that be his number one strat for his number one game. That would be my thinking. Because also, I think you have to practice it. I think it's unique enough where you have to have a feel for it. So Gabi's going to wall up. Gabi's got the walls going up. Stone's in the back. Kind of interesting opportunity for Gabi if she wanted to try a Phosphorus-style strategy herself. Take the stone in the back there. But if you're expecting the potential for Man-at-Arms and you want to go something like Scouts, I think walling up early is not a bad thing. But let's see how much confidence Gabi has in potential aggression here, because she is usually really aggressive and really chaotic. But against TaToH, who's a much cleaner player, that could be a problem. There's the barracks for TaToH. So yeah, that tells me Man-at-Arms from TaToH. But will he go the correct direction? Like, Gabi right now is looking for TaToH over here. That is not where he's going to be. They're over on this left side right now. So I still have to come up with a term for this. I'm thinking on it. I might talk it through now with chat. Should I call it like underdog theory, or I gotta think of a way to say it. Because yesterday I talked about how when you have an underdog, usually the first game is the most competitive. And then it's like if they lose that game, the next game is a little bit shorter than that, and then the next game is even shorter than that. It's like they lose confidence. Because, they came into it with the mindset that they maybe can't beat a player as talented as they're up against. I just don't know. I got to think about it in a way. With everything else, I have these little phrases, but I'd be curious to see how this series goes. I think with Gabi, she'll just get more aggressive and less economic as the series goes on if she's losing. Maybe if she's winning as well, to be honest with you. I want to just add the flags here real quick while we have a chance. Gabi from Brazil. Also, fun fact, Gabi's played in a lot of tournaments, but according to Memp, I have not fact-checked this, so it may be incorrect. But apparently first time we've had a woman in an S-tier tournament. So this is S-tier, top 64. I feel like that's probably wrong. I feel like she played in other King of the Deserts. But I could be wrong. Nice job. We got TaToH here with the Spearman now. So he's actually adding the Spearman in Dark Age and has the 3 militia going forward. He still has no clue where Gabi is right now. And I think he's realizing she can't be over here. There's lots of hills. There's lots of wood lines. And now he sees the gold. But Gabi, guys, like, Gabi doesn't even have the barracks completed yet. So she spent so much time walling to play safe from this. She doesn't even have the potential to build an archer range yet. So that's definitely a little late. Gabi's scout didn't take a hit from the spear. That's good. TaToH's going for man-at-arms, and TaToH's just going to apply pressure to the gold. TaToH will know now that Gabi's going to go archers. And he also knows the barracks isn't up. So, like, that means the range is delayed. Now TaToH will see the walls. So he won't be able to get through. But he is going to go for arson. So with arson, he can break through the buildings that much faster. Gabi will have to repair for now. But Gabi might have some issues with that long term. TaToH's eco is definitely paying the price here. He doesn't have double bid axe yet. But nice aggression. Gabi just hasn't been as clean and as timely as she would have wanted. She's even dropping a tower on her gold right now. So this is going to be a crazy feudal age game from her. Yeah, with arson in, that wall is going down. You beat the repair villager. So Gabi needs to back off here. She knows it. She's already preemptively building a house. And now she needs another house. Could have considered a stone wall there. That got risky. But I think now TaToH will just take that palisade and then take the house. And the house will also go down quickly. But, I mean, Gabi's doing some interesting things here. She still hasn't been broken. Trying to push in an extra deer. Like, is that really what you want to do with your scout right now? Not sure I'm fully in love with that. This is a stage of the game where you probably should be farming, but I guess every advantage counts. And TaToH backs away. And TaToH's bringing some skirms forward. Does TaToH know about the tower yet? He does. Now, in old school AoE, when we would see a lot more towers, we don't see it these days. There's been a lot of balance changes over the years to make towers weaker. When someone would preemptively tower like this, the opponent would walk forward and then tower behind the golds because they can't counter tower it. And they're pretty close. So, I mean, I consider that to be a potential option here for TaToH. He's just shifting his army over this way. Obviously, sending the vills now would be risky because it doesn't have a supporting army. But I think he's concerned. He doesn't see Gabi's army at all. Gabi's just playing very defensive here. Gabi still waiting with the army. Still waiting for fletching now. The eco's good for her, though. And she hasn't been broken. TaToH will be happy to see the archers here, because there's always a risk that the army could have been coming to his base. TaToH still no double bid axe. But he does just have the overall efficiency of the mule cart. So, I mean, his eco is still more efficient than Gabi's is with the wood. That's because the lumber camp just gets worse and worse over time. I'm fine with Gabi's opening. I see some people being a little critical. Like, why archers? I mean, archers make sense because you've got man-at-arms out there. And then skirms after that also makes a lot of sense. Just concerned is, how are the counterattacks going to go for her? Will she actually be able to advance forward and get some damage done here? She's eventually going to have to fight TaToH. She loves to sneak an army, and when you have the defensive tower and everything else is walled, I'd love to see that. TaToH doesn't know about that ranged army right there. But if, I mean, he catches a glimpse of it, he can always bring stuff back. I doubt he'll lose a villager to this, but it depends on how sneaky Gabi is. If she comes in from this direction, TaToH should know. And TaToH does not see the army right now. So, I wonder if TaToH's, like, worried at the moment. Needs to really be aware. And he hasn't reacted right away, and Gabi sneaks in. Gabi should snag a villager kill here. Nice job from Gabi. The defensive tower, the defensive walls have been good. She gets the first kill of the game. She's also able to back away from here, too. TaToH didn't have fletching. Well played. Super smooth play there. Lots of farms for TaToH, but should be lots of farms for Gabi as well. But she needs more skirmishers now to match the skirm count from TaToH. Also, she'll see if she can sneak again. TaToH still has got a setup to potentially spot this from this side. But if Gabi could loop the whole way around, that would be crazy strong. He's playing really sharp right now. You have to be patient here. But it's tough for TaToH to hit all the fortifications. Gabi's still sneaking. TaToH doesn't have Town Watch or anything, guys. TaToH is expecting Gabi's army to have gone home. Gabi knows about the wood line. Oh, this is going to be so good. This is so good for her. Yeah, double range at home to defend. She's getting units out. TaToH doesn't have any indicators. He doesn't see the scout. The scout would tell you that maybe there's an army lurking around. And okay, Gabi takes the farm. So that's 60 wood down. And now she's into the wood line. And TaToH did not expect this army to be here. That should be another villager down. She misclicks there. And she still hasn't gotten the kill, but she should get it. Not what she would have wanted. And she still hasn't killed the villager, guys. TaToH has still kept that alive. And then meanwhile, TaToH's taken a decent enough fight on this side. Villager is still alive. Man, that's crazy. I do also have to point out that I think that TaToH is... This is the TaToH that I was kind of worried for his sake we could see. It's not quite as quick. It's maybe not quite as sharp. Maybe that's because he was microing well in the front. But... you know, he is going to stay in the feudal age here. Only lost one villager. Gabi is going to naturally think about castle age, but TaToH is going to stay in feudal. He's going for longsword now. Kind of rough timing because he lost his 3 men-at-arms. But he wants to YOLO for that tower. He's going to go full feudal, try and take Gabi off of gold. This is the perfect timing for this. Because, like, if you do it too early, you don't have the range support. If you do it too late, they're in castle age. If you do it against civs that can make knights, you know, then there's also some issues because knights can come in. But Hindustanis can't make knights. So Gabi's playing around having archers alive in the long term. That archer's probably going to die. I don't know where TaToH's sending this villager right now. And now TaToH's bringing villagers forward this way. He'll see the archers here. So he should be able to kill these archers before Gabi can get the upgrades. Gabi panics. Gabi buys the stone so she can build her own tower. She knows what this is, but she's going to lose her army here. And then the longswords are here, and the longswords have arson. The longswords can just melt the tower. Now, I say that it's actually not easy to melt the tower because there's another tower there, but there's a lot that Gabi has to focus on doing right now. Gabi has to focus on shooting the army. She has to focus on shooting the tower. Gabi is, okay, quickly walling in her vills. That's a crazy play. This tower's going down, though. TaToH's also walling the gold for Gabi on the left side. I still have no clue. TaToH's got villagers here. He's misclicked. He's got vills in the right corner. So, like, 3 vills in the right corner. Gabi, though, needs army, and she needs res to upgrade her units in the next stage, guys. She's going to counterattack. Again, she'll get an army into TaToH's wood line. So there she can get some damage done. But she is without gold right now, and TaToH knows it. TaToH is already walling up this gold. So Gabi's on the way there. One tower's been massacred. Another tower is going to be massacred. And Gabi didn't actually kill too much with this army either. She ends up backing away now. Villagers are getting slaughtered. Remember, TaToH is still in feudal age. He doesn't actually have the stone to repair his tower. So his tower's going to go down. But over here, Gabi's just built the mining camp to take the gold. And TaToH's already got some walls up. So that will not be very efficient. More villagers going down for Gabi. She has to keep her army alive. And it's not a very big army. And this army is probably going to be spotted. It is still winnable if she gets to a gold. But this was such a clutch play from TaToH. The fact that this is walled up is a huge factor right now. I mean, longswords are not good against crossbowmen. And TaToH's got 12 of them. Feudal age skirms are not good against crossbowmen. TaToH's eco is not good enough to go to castle age as well. His stone is even on the front. Like, this is a problem for TaToH right now. He needs some damage with the longswords because Gabi could just be back on her normal gold. And Gabi's going to push in. And Gabi's micro is really good so far. But, I mean, she's got such a big army advantage now. TaToH isn't walled. Well played to Gabi to hold on. She still just has to hold on here. She has to wall this out. She has to continue to push with this army. Look at the farming eco. For those wondering, this is just TaToH on wood in the corner. I don't know what happened, but he misclicked some vills to the right side. He's getting forging now. This is a crazy game, dude. This is so crazy. Like, Gabi is trying to counterattack, so she can't defend herself that easily against the longsword. But it's the right play because a couple crossbowmen behind will eventually get the kills here, and they are. TaToH has to just make more swordsmen and make more feudal age skirms and hope to get the kills. But he doesn't have the tower up here anymore, so Gabi can still be on the gold. Gabi's holding here, guys. I think Gabi's going to win this game. I mean, she's done a great job of keeping this army alive. She's done a great job at, oh no, at keeping the longswords out. Never mind. Longswords are through. I still don't know if that's even that much of a concern. She's still microing here. She will probably take some losses, but she has a decent amount of crossbowmen here. As long as she keeps the crossbowmen alive, I think she's fine. That actually just leads to her killing these longswords almost immediately. Yeah, and TaToH still can't compete. He's focusing all his attention on this side to micro this down. All his longswords go down after only killing a couple vills. Gabi's got 15 crossbowmen. Gabi's got golds. Gabi will obviously need to get back to her wood line. She still has work to do here, but all this army can move forward if she can just collect that and send it forward right now. I just don't think TaToH's eco is good enough right now to hold on long term here. Maybe he can kill this off, but there's going to be such a big army coming forward from Gabi next. Here she comes. So an interesting series, guys. I mean, again, from my perspective, TaToH picking the Armenians third told me he was going to do something crazy. And I don't think if TaToH was in the semifinals or something that he would pick Armenians third. I think at some level, maybe he wanted to hide some strats. I mean, what he's doing isn't a meme. It's not like it is one of the best things to do with Armenians, but it's definitely not as standard Arabia as you would expect from one of the best players in the world. And now he's got problems. He's got some real problems here. I mean, it would be impressive. It's actually reached the stage now where if TaToH wins this game, I'd be hugely impressed because this should be a never-ending cycle of death now. The Gabi's got some siege on the way with 4 villagers here. So she could just pressure that tower, and she's still able to somewhat defend her gold. Yep, she's got a good enough eco setup that I'm pretty happy. Only thing TaToH could try is just to counterattack Gabi constantly and then hope that Gabi makes a mistake with the attack. Because like right now, this gold's exposed, right? And TaToH's going to run towards it. But his tower is going to go down very quickly here. So, yeah, he's hoping that Gabi will make a mistake because here comes the counter. That's a lot of skirmishers from TaToH. That's a lot of longswords. Tough to quick wall this stuff out. Gabi's dropping a tower, but I think she needs to build it with all of her vills, not just some. And there's still enough crossbowmen behind, as far as I'm concerned. See, tower's still going down. TaToH's losing villagers there. The tower goes up here for Gabi. Gabi tried to focus the longswords. Her crossbows are completely out of position now. But still the tower's up. And the key for Gabi is to continue to push TaToH into his base. Not leaving the attack here was so good. Still, TaToH is just forever feudal here. Tower's still up. Gabi needs to consistently repair. She actually dives here. Still a pretty big army here. House could go down. TaToH is really making Gabi work for this now. It's exhausting just watching this, dude. By the way, I play Gabi pretty regularly. This is just an average Gabi game, but normally she's the one who does the crazy stuff. If those skirms and longswords get in, it could be a problem. But the crossbows are still there. The crossbows just need to keep their distance. It's really difficult for Gabi to micro this. She still hasn't taken down the tower here. I think there's just not enough damage output to actually kill villagers for TaToH's army. That's the thing. Like, skirms don't kill vills. The longswords do, and there's not enough longswords. So TaToH gets pushed away there. TaToH still isn't really taking this gold efficiently. He does have this gold. He's got mule carts all over the place. I think Gabi should just consider ballistics here. I think get ballistics on your crossbows so they're not missing as many volleys. It could be really strong. She is to quick wall. TaToH sees the golds. A lot of skirms. And another tower from TaToH. What? Oh, man. TaToH's getting close to the mangonel. He's getting desperate here. That's a crazy play. He's forcing a lot of reactions from Gabi right now. Gabi doesn't have the army here, so that tower might go up. Siege, though, needs to hit their shots, and Gabi's got 2 mangonels. TaToH splits. TaToH does a pretty decent job here. He might be able to take down this mangonel, but he doesn't have the skirms he needs. He doesn't have the numbers. They just die so fast to crossbowmen. The tower goes up. Mangonel goes down, but still 15 crossbowmen for Gabi. Almost feels like Gabi's going to drop a castle here soon. And she's sick of this. Yeah, she's bringing some vills. She might just drop a castle forward on TaToH, and then she can just take TaToH's gold. And crossbowmen are just too strong. They're just too strong. And Gabi's been smooth. Gabi's been really consistent this game. Yeah, it's a good decision. Give this up. Let TaToH have it. And just bring everybody and then just take TaToH's gold. She's not going to stop with the gold, though. She's going to actually go for the TC. TaToH can't stop that. That castle's going up. It doesn't actually give Gabi the gold. It does kind of deny TaToH still. But crazy game. Really fun game to watch. Gabi could just take the stone and sell it if she needs some gold. That's not a problem. And TaToH, did he delete that? He deletes his TC. He's in feudal age, right? So if he wants to build another one, he has to delete that. You just kind of assume that he's going to let it go down. That TC's now going up on the back side. Gabi's just running right in. TaToH's now bailing on that. TaToH's panicking like crazy. And Gabi is going to TC there and take all the farms. That is a killer move from Gabi. You can actually take the farms. If TaToH notices this, TaToH needs to delete the farms so she can't have them. That's crazy, dude. It's like, oh, it's a perfect spot for a town center. Love it. Thank you. And TaToH deletes the farms. That's so funny, man. That's so funny. It's not troll either. Well, if you can get away with the farms, it's not troll. Now it looks kind of bad. But yeah, TaToH's dead, man. He's in feudal age. He does have a new town center here. Any counter damage he goes for just isn't enough. And Gabi has an awesome vill count too. Again, this isn't necessarily troll, but I think Gabi's like, hey, I'm ready, okay? Like I'm a good player too. We saw in Titans League how good she is right now and how strong she's playing, especially in aggressive games. This map gen can be extremely aggressive. That tower will go down. The vills get sniped. These vills getting sniped. TaToH calls the GG. And yeah, fun game. That's a really good game. That's a fun one, right? Like TaToH went off meta. Gabi was essentially able to play meta and hold on. I think in what TaToH really struggled with this game was doing damage to Gabi. The only thing I can think of is maybe he needed the forward tower earlier, but he wasn't able to do damage because Gabi was walled early. Gabi, with the sneak archers, killed a couple vills, kept TaToH guessing. And then the key for Gabi, the absolute key, was to just get onto gold, stay onto gold, and get to crossbowmen. And she was able to get there and barely hold on. If TaToH's push hits a minute faster, like even a minute faster, I think she has big problems because she might not get the gold for crossbowmen and bodkin, and she might not have any army. So that was the key. If TaToH, this was awesome. TaToH just needed to hit that gold faster. And also, that play from Gabi to wall in her vills and take down the initial tower was sick. So that was cool. So I asked chat for predictions. I asked the viewers what they thought about this series. We had a lot of 3-0 TaToHs. Where are you now? Predictors of the sweep. Maybe it's the sweep the other direction. I kind of doubt it. But yeah, I mean, Gabi gets first win. So well played to her. All right, so game 2. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We got Gabi in the red. Gabi's Vietnamese. I was honestly fully expecting her to just go over and try and lame TaToH. I haven't been paying attention to if they have the boars spawn on the back or the sides. It looks like you can have pretty forward boars. So being Vietnamese, knowing where TaToH is a pretty nice bonus. But she is not going to do that, it seems. Pretty far away compared to the previous map. Gabi Vietnamese, cheap eco technologies, faster researching. They can kind of do anything, honestly. It says they're an archer civ, but they're not really just an archer civ. They could play cav archers, they could play knights, they can play lancers. They're a very well-rounded civ. Very strong options. Slavs, I'd say that their infantry and siege civilization category is a little bit more accurate, but they also have a really strong cav, and really the key is their farmers. So I would expect TaToH to go scouts here. A scout build is the best thing for spamming farms. So it's also a way that TaToH can stop Gabi from walling up, which she might want to do here again. She could wall this way. She's got a really good map. So far, her maps have been pretty good. I mean, previous one wasn't a dream. But you've got, like, all this golden stone in the back. Very wallable. I guess TaToH's got golden stone in the back too, but not as easy for him to play defensive if he wants to. T90, what were you talking about? Eye surgery? Yeah, I have contacts, and I'm just kind of sick of it. So I've been considering potentially having, like, laser eye surgery so I don't have to deal with contacts. So that's what we were talking about. Gabi pushing in some deer. The deer are in different positions, so you have to go different locations to push in all of them. It's not the case in every gen, but that's the case here. Yeah, everyone, multiple people who have been trying to encourage me to get eye surgery are saying things with typos. You realize this is concerning for me. Like, can you not realize that you're misspelling words when you're telling me I need to get this surgery? It's very peculiar to me, guys. Of all the people that you would expect to not have the typos, it'd be the people who apparently had something that was life-changing, so. T90, your Ram emote was my most used emote in 2025. What do you think of that? Well, I'm a little bit disturbed because the emote is quite awkward, but it's a good emote. So, it's a ridiculous emote. I guess that's why it's being used. Yeah, look at Gabi. She's going to go full wall here. This is not what King of the Desert was advertised to be. Full wallable situation, and it worked for her in the first game. She was able to wall. She was able to sneak a little bit. She's got a really nice map for it. Now, she's still going to make army here, but she's going to make army behind the protection of walls, even pushing in some extra hunt. TaToH should be up here in a moment. TaToH adding a Dark Age farm, which is a little bit old school, but he didn't have as many deer. But yeah, it's just creative, right? You spawn this close to the edge of the map, and you see you have the stone and gold in the back, and you're just like, all right, let's wall up. And if you're the underdog, you know TaToH wants to be aggressive. It's not bad thinking at all. I think with other civs, you'd have some issues affording what you want. With Vietnamese, it shouldn't be as difficult because you don't spend wood on your economic upgrades. So normally walling and then needing your eco upgrades and your barracks and your stable, things would be delayed. It still should be delayed, though. Like, I think the barracks will be late, but it was also late last time. This is going to affect the pathing on TaToH's scout. He's probably really confused because he still doesn't know where she's at. Guys, this is set up for Gabi to do some pretty ridiculous things here. Like, TaToH's map is wide open. This is what I think people were expecting from King of the Desert, more open versions of Arabia. And Gabi's looked at this one and said, nope, I'm walling up. T90, are you surprised by the result of the first game? I mean, yes and no. Gabi's a really capable Arabia player. Not surprised that she was able to bring the level she brought in the previous game. TaToH, incredible player. But I said when I saw the draft, and I saw Armenians game one, I was like, he's going to try some different things here. So Gabi's come out with a game plan. I don't know if you can expect to have a map like this every time, but she certainly just thought, let's wall up. And she's going to go for the stable. TaToH will see this gold, but I think TaToH should recognize that there must be a gold in the back for Gabi. You just have to assume that. This is a neutral. This is the main. This is the 4 tiles. There's got to be something else back there. And TaToH didn't really have the same option to wall up like this. So players are going to wall up even if they have to be more creative. Because you're not normally walling and not factoring in your main gold, but it's smart to do it this way. See how TaToH plays it now. Your opponent's adding scouts, so you kind of need to as well. Just to match that at the very least. His eco is incredible. It's been very smooth. He hasn't been walling, so he's more efficient. He's collected more resources. But Gabi's fully walled. Now, what the Vietnamese would love to do here is go scouts into Cav Archers in Castle Age. TaToH will have to track these scouts. He doesn't know about this, but he does have some spears around. So he should be fine. He'll start to have issues when he has to go for this gold. I think TaToH will probably stop with 3 scouts. And Gabi's just waiting for that 3rd scout to come over. I would expect Gabi to just play Cav Archers in Castle Age now. Bring a couple spears forward. You don't need the spears defensive. And TaToH will just have to defend the wall villager, essentially. But if he gets this wall down, if he fully walls this, his gold will be protected. His base is starting to look pretty good. And he's got a lot more to work with than Gabi. But Gabi has so much potential to snipe villagers here. Because TaToH has a lot of areas to protect. He's got his scouts over here. Gabi runs in this way. Is she going to check to see if that's open up there? It would be very weird to do that. You're normally just hoping for more villager damage on the back. So TaToH didn't actually see those scouts yet. This will be really surprising from TaToH. He's almost walled here, so he's not expecting Gabi to be here. Now he sees her, and he sees it immediately, and Gabi goes for the Vill, but yeah, TaToH's there. That's fine for TaToH. That's fine for TaToH. Also having the spear here and the wall villagers is fine for TaToH. TaToH's adapted very nicely here. And TaToH has the numbers. TaToH gets some hits. Gabi's spearmen and scouts weak there. And TaToH will try and gate this, but yeah, just doesn't have the time. That's still fine for TaToH. He'll be fully walled. He's played it well. Gabi has added an archery range. Very late, in my opinion. I don't mind, like, 1 or 2 archers if you're going to do it earlier. But she wants to play crossbow timing, probably. But that delays the castle time if you do it at this timing. Would have preferred a couple more farms, personally. But it's a good option still. And, yeah, King of the Desert. Open and aggressive, they said. Open and aggressive. But still, it should lead to a really interesting Castle Age. I personally like the variety. I think that having the potential to wall sometimes is good. What I hate is the latter Arabia, where it feels like almost every single gen is just army into full wall. It's a style thing. Like, other players have played this exact map and play it very differently as well. Dale, yeah, this is the first set of the day. But there's other sets happening at the same time. So there's still, I think like Sebastian is playing somebody. I forget who. I think he's playing Cosmonaut. Spearman's going to get focused down. Nice micro from TaToH. But you see what I mean? Like, Gabi's archers haven't moved out yet. She might still move out. Maybe she's got the potential for some damage. MBL and Ozone were supposed to play in an hour and 10 minutes, which means it would have been perfect for us to cast it. But now they've moved it up, and they're playing in 10 minutes. So I'll probably miss Ozone MBL. That was on my schedule, but they decided to change their times on us, so rip to the plan. Archer gets picked off. Again, listen, I'm always as completely straight with how I feel on things as one should be, right? I think Gabi, she's still got potential to do some damage with these archers, I suppose. But to me, TaToH should be able to handle this. It's a small amount of archers that has delayed her castle age time a bit. And TaToH's now adding more cav. TaToH's on the way up and can spam cav with all these farms. TaToH should not be worried about 3 archers at this time. Why I would have preferred to see like double or triple range cav archers, which he still might do. But for someone who had such a clean eco back here, nice farms, by the way, Gabi. I'm not, even my farms aren't like this these days. Maybe we need to change the memes, guys. We'll call them Gabi farms. But yeah, she had a lot of time and space behind. Wasn't able to get the upgrades in on the archers either, and those archers are a waste. And you guys aren't going to change the meme? Come on. Why not? It's even... Gabi farms is even funnier than T90 farms. I think we should change it. All in favor of changing it, say aye. She's just a fan. Gabi and I have played each other a lot, so maybe my skills have transferred. All right, so I can't change it. Good to know. Well then, T90 farms in chat, all you naysayers, at least use the emote. Come on. If I'm gonna have the unfair reputation, use the freaking emote. Yeah, TaToH's in Castle Age. Second TC, third TC. This is what the Slavs want to do. Spam cav. And boom. And now that TaToH has his full walls, he's got gold back here. He's got stone. He's got his main gold. Wood is actually a concern. He might need to leave this wood line, but... long term, if things stay as is, a more difficult game for Gabi. Because Gabi will need to come out here and take more of the map. But she's still got more than enough gold to work with for now. It just is very aggressive, the way she's trying to open this. Which is, of course, what I was kind of calling for. And she doesn't skip her eco upgrade. She doesn't skip the second town center. I don't like her eco balance right now. 15 on gold is way too much. It's honestly bad enough. I think she needs a market to balance out her res. Love TaToH's situation. As long as he doesn't get completely snowballed by the CA. And that's complicated when you're just making light calf. Realistically, what you're going to want is you're going to want some scorpions at some point with Slavs. And the weakness of Slavs is that they can't really go skirms and have that be a good option for them long term. TaToH just snipes an archer there. And there's going to be more archers out. But I mean, the archers aren't that valuable to Gabi. It's more about the cav archers. And the scouts are helpful, too, against any monks, too. So she won't want to lose those. And, all right, she uses some time. She now comes out. She's going to leave her base and go to stone. That could be for a big army into a forward castle for Gabi. You don't place that TC if that's not on your mind. You'd actually, if you just wanted to take a little bit of stone, you'd still place the TC on the wood line. That is for an eventual castle, I would guess. Yeah, Gabi has no real way of knowing that TaToH's on 3 TCs. But you just kind of assume on this type of game that that's going to happen. I like it from TaToH to use the mobility now because, like, Gabi doesn't have ballistics, so she's going to miss her shots. So now Gabi's stuck in this constant state of trying to chase. And again, her eco balance is crazy. She's about to finish the gold in the back. I want TaToH to end up getting heavy plow soon. You can't afford it right now. It's not a mistake to have missed it because you want the timing on everything else first. But this is going to get out of hand pretty soon. He's going to drop additional stables. We'll see scorpions. We'll see a big jump in investment from TaToH. And I want to see heavy plow before all that happens. Because these farms are going to start to reseed really quickly with the Slavs. Res collected similar. But how much of that's food and how much of that is gold? There's got to be a difference there. Yeah, TaToH, 700 food ahead. Gabi, 1,300 gold ahead. TaToH got a relic. TaToH's about to get relic number 2. Gabi is camping this one, so that's nice little touch. Yeah, now there's a couple scorpions, and Gabi can't realistically hang out here. Still isn't that heavy on this stone, I'm noticing. She wants to go for a siege workshop now. Mangonels with the cav archers would be a good play. It's a very forward siege workshop. I like it. It's risky, though. Like, the fact that her cav archers are going over here and her siege workshop's barely protected is so crazy risky. But TaToH is just not... He doesn't have a lot of offensive army to advance out with. So he won't, because he doesn't have knights or anything yet. But now there's another stable. There's another stable. We're about to see a lot of army from TaToH. And he sees the Siege Workshop. Yeah, still no heavy plow for TaToH. Again, it's not that big a deal. Like, the farms are still going to be crazy fast. But imagine the wood savings if you snag that, and this is a full Castle Age game. This will be a full Castle Age game for TaToH. This is where the Slavs shine. Because you've got fastest farms in the game, pop space per military building, and once you hit about 70 vills, your eco just explodes, and you can finally spend out of all your buildings, get all your upgrades. Gabi added a knight for the Scorpions, but TaToH's monks were ready, and yeah, there's the upgrades for TaToH now. But TaToH has to be careful here. He has to be really careful. Mangonel gets a shot. Mangonel gets another shot. And Gabi wants to make a move here. And TaToH needs his army numbers. Those Scorpions are in a really vulnerable position, but TaToH actually ends up doing an okay job there. The Scorpions got some hits, but I don't know. That still, he lost 3 Scorpions and a Mangonel. Gabi's diving. I don't know about that. Is that the right play for her? She's crazy, dude. She's crazy. Like, she sees an opportunity for damage, and she takes it. She loves to go in like that, but now she's got some potential problems because this is unprotected. Her forward university's being denied. Her cav archers are wedged into this little choke. I don't know what's happening with the knight pathing right now. Like, it's actually horrible for TaToH. His knights are not moving into the units, but the Scorpions are following. And Gabi's taking some losses here. And I think this is going to end up being good for TaToH. She took too much damage with those cav archers underneath the TC. There's so many knights coming from TaToH now. And you really need that cav archer mass to stay alive. She also was so late with ballistics, right? And the university was on the front for whatever reason. And remember when she had 15 on gold? She's got 4 on gold now. So she needs to be on this gold. She has to pull off the back gold. There's a lot of imbalances, and her whole army went down. Guys, TaToH with 59 seconds of TC idle time. He's up to 13 knights, and more stables are on the way. He is going to have like 30 knights pretty soon. Crazy how fast a game can turn around, but just TaToH is just so well prepped for that. And he in an awkward situation where he had to work way harder, he played it perfectly here. But that's what makes Gabi Gabi. That dive, that doesn't necessarily win her the game here. But there's some people just won't even try it, won't take the risk, and then they never win. I think if she would have stayed in the middle, it would have given her better chances. But TaToH's going to be on so many knights. I just don't see how. She was too late with the archer switch, and she's only ever been on 2 archer ranges. So the cav archer mass, I guess she's on 3 ranges now. The cav archer mass was always going to be a struggle. Siege Workshop down in the middle. TaToH advancing forward. Gabi with a defensive castle now. I think her only hope now is to try and get to Imp. Vietnamese are a really good late game civ. And TaToH, 25 knights and counting. 4 relics. And he's bringing villagers forward. He definitely wants a castle. I think his plan is to castle here. And the second he stops producing knights, his food count's going to climb, and he could think about Imp and Trebuchets. Technofeud says 36 on food going CA is overkill, or am I missing something? No, yes, you're missing something. That's not overkill. It's not overkill. Now, the timing on everything's critical, right? Like, if it was 3 range early, then you are lower on farms now. But that's fine, because you can get Imp fast, and you can get upgrades for the CA. Like, I would disagree that it's overkill. Ideally, she would have had more cav archers. She would have had enough army to compete with TaToH. TaToH, overconfidently running forward here. He's going to back up instead to drop a castle there. I thought TaToH was going to build the castle over here and just go Imp. But he wants to pressure Gabi. And TaToH's actually made it in on the left side through the house wall as well. Gabi was not able to focus on that. That also could explain why TaToH maybe was a little misguided with the pressure on the front. That's perfect. He can take the stone. He can take the golds. And this is the TaToH that we were expecting here. He's on the way to Imperial Age. And Gabi just can't have her Cav Archers on both sides. The Cav Archers are over here. The Knights come in and hit the golds. And TaToH is cruising right now. 5 relics behind this. You can have 5 to 7 relics in the King of the Desert map gen. So all relics have been collected now. And TaToH's in a position to make trebuchets to pressure this castle. It's going to be really tough for Gabi. I have seen people in TaToH's position lose from here. It's rare. I have seen it because they can't kill the CA mass. But, because like, if you get to 50 Cav Archers with Halbs in front, it becomes really tough for a Civ like Slabs to handle it. But I just feel like TaToH's going to have such a big resource lead. Builds a castle here, takes a neutral gold. Gets detonates, or as some people would say, D's nuts. I would never say that. That tech is in. And so that means the castles aren't as expensive now on stone. So we could just build castles everywhere. Not sure what that was for TaToH. Doesn't Heavy Scorp kill this? Heavy Scorp's awkward to use because Heavy Scorpion's super slow and it's an open map. So yeah, if it's like Arena, Heavy Scorp would be good there, but then you also have Bomber Cannons from Vietnamese. Heavy Scorpion's really expensive and really slow. It doesn't suit the map, but you are right that Slabs could consider that eventually. TaToH would probably just drop another castle. Come on, build it right next to this one, TaToH. It'll look so cool. Ah, okay, well, he's not going to do that. He wants to drop a castle over here. And he knows the Cav Archers are there, and he's about to get his upgrades. Gabi's trying to outpost around the map for some vision, but this is... She's about to be completely sandwiched. She builds a second castle here. Okay, so I guess to win the Treb War, she needs 2 castles versus 1 here. And TaToH's like, I can do that too. And TaToH's like, I can do this too. And TaToH's getting Cavalier. And TaToH's getting armor. And Gabi tries to counterattack, but TaToH just backs away. So tough for Gabi to do any damage here. There's just town center. There is a hole here, I guess, but there's town centers and castles everywhere. Look at her. She's trying to do some counter damage, and there's just no way in. It's constantly under pressure. And she is committing to the Cav Archers, but I think TaToH could just turn around and come home to deal with this. If he doesn't do that, he could just dive to kill Gabi at home, but he would need to get through. Which I guess he can't do because there's stone walls. Gabi's losing Cav Archers to the castle. She's attacking the house here to break through. TaToH isn't mining stone or repairing up here, which is kind of weird. I think he just needs to go home. He needs to either dive here or he needs to go kill these CA right now. Okay, now he's repairing. So it costs wood, and it also costs stone to repair your castles. Which is always a weird feeling. I actually have run out of wood before, and not stone, after getting that tech. Obviously, stone is harder to get. Gabi is diving underneath 2 castles, but she, with no murder holes, she's able to sit underneath both of them to stop the repairing. That's a pretty epic play, but she has her work cut out for her here. She has to micro here. She has to micro here. TaToH's in multiple positions. And Gabi is going to lose the Cav Archers there. She could lose her trebuchets here as well. She's going to lose these vills. She's losing this TC. 15 villagers on the gold should get sliced up. The TaToH's in such a good position. His eco is of course, largely untouched. And Gabi's eco has just been massacred. She's just lost 30 villagers. She might take down these castles, but she's already lost 1. She's going to lose 2 herself. And TaToH should be able to just spam here. Is Cav Archer maybe the better option long term? Yeah. Is Gabi going to be able to make more of them? I don't think so. It should be nearly impossible to afford that now. This is just a calm and collected game from TaToH. When he could have panicked, it could have been problematic because of the difference in the map. because Gabi was able to play safe. But as TaToH has so often done, just foot on the gas. He played like the favorite in this game. No mistakes. And he's about to tie it up. And Gabi's got 24 Cav Archers in a dream here. And all the Cavalier are going to come forward. He's still got 15 Cav down here, but yeah, GG. Yeah, so I kind of said it. Like, Gabi, the thing that was weird to me was the Archer timing in Feudal. She was playing into full walls and economy and scouts, which I was fine with. But then she added the archer range in an awkward position. She added the archers at a time which she didn't really benefit from. I mean, those archers added nothing. Cav archers is a good move. But you know what could have happened is she could have been in Castle Age a little bit faster than she was. And she could have been on more Cav archers had she not done that in Feudal. I mean, Castle Age time was the same. I would expect her to be up maybe 30 seconds faster. She goes 3 range Cav archers there, could maybe give TaToH some issues. But I mean, these are some small things. The other thing, of course, was like running into TaToH's base. But if you think about what she knew, TaToH didn't have upgrades yet, and TaToH didn't have the numbers. It was just, if that came 30 seconds earlier, it does damage. TaToH adapted with that very nicely, and she lost her CA mass. But fun series, 1-1. Gabi's playing well. But, you know, with TaToH, it was just like, after the first game, I was like, is he going to play standard at all? And obviously he did there. So 1-1. All right, game 3. Feels like a big one because TaToH's gone for a super low pick. This is his final Civ pick on the draft, Teutons. And Gabi has picked one of her higher echelon civilizations. Obviously, Gabi just lost a game. So, you know, she doesn't want to have this quickly unravel on her. I like the Portuguese a lot here. Teutons, not a civilization I love long-term. They have some downsides. But first, let's start with the positives. The positive is super cheap farms, really solid cav, really solid infantry. The downside would be the cav doesn't get husbandry, so they're very slow. And usually this civilization can struggle against, you know, with mobility. And at the highest level, which is where we're at, mobility is kind of king. So curious of what TaToH is thinking here with the Teutons. But TaToH loves his full feudals, and this map is more open than some of the others. Like, I'm looking at Gabi's map, and I don't think she can realistically full wall this like all the other games. So maybe we see TaToH go scouts and towers or something. I mean, they are also good with a tower rush. But TaToH, you know, TaToH used to be the guy. He used to be the tower rusher. So maybe he's going to give us a blast from the past here. Send 6 or 7 villagers forward. You have extra garrison capacity. Drop the towers. Farm behind. The thing is, though, Gabi's like... I almost said the king of counterattacks. I guess I should say the queen of counterattacks. And so the second a tower comes up in her face, I think she's just going to counterattack with like 1 or 2 archers. There's people that tower rush. I don't know if tower rushing Gabi is really the play. What's up, the mustard? Says, enjoyed TTL Bronze on YouTube. Happy to catch you live again. Yeah, you probably saw Gabi's set in TTL Bronze. I asked chat before because there were multiple options on what we could cover. Like, who do you want to see? And 97% of chat wanted this series, which is very rare. But it's delivered so far. Both games have been really solid. Game 1 was really unique. Gabi opened up with a victory, so considering the rating difference, it's pretty nice. What's up, Alex Gaming? Thanks for the 20 months. Demon Lava, thanks for the 27. Welcome. Thanks for all the primes and resubs. We're getting up there, guys. Might be possible to hit the, not really a goal, but the next sub count, 3K. We lost a couple hundred the last couple weeks. Momp says, I don't know if this was asked before, but are they playing on the current patch? No, they're playing on the patch prior to the one a day or two ago. But that will change. They'll, as Gabi's building a barracks in a really weird position here. I don't know why she's building it on the edge of her base, but They'll be playing on the current patch in a couple days. They just wanted this full round to be on the same balance. So TaToH will move out with his scout to find Gabi. Gabi just pushing in another deer. She's loved doing that, looking around for more and more of an edge with the deer. But this is the first time she's going for a Drush or Man-at-Arms. So you really need the scouting with this type of builds. So her not having the scout actively moving forward could be an issue. It feels like that's what she's going to do because she has the barracks already. And there she is onto gold. She's onto wood. And TaToH's just going to go scouts. No tower rush. Nothing too crazy here. TaToH's map will be problematic for gold long term, maybe. Like, this area of the map is really hard to defend. Gabi, I would say, has the better map to wall. Like, look at the woodline positions. Gabi's got all these woodlines around. And then TaToH's got this gaping hole here. But, again, like, it is a lot to wall for Gabi. We're talking, like, super long term. Does she know the direction she needs to send her army? She does. She actually goes directly to TaToH's base. Wow. So she finds TaToH. And we've got 2 militia, 3 militia on the way, and 2 vills. Yeah, Gabi loves a sneak tower behind a wood line. She loves a forward archer range. She loves man-at-arms. All these things could be coming here. This is actually the Gabi that I was expecting to see. I was not expecting the, like, full wall version, but I think she saw her maps and felt like it was the best play. TaToH's missing 2 sheep right now. So he will actually run out of food underneath the TC. And TaToH sees the militia, so knows it's coming, but doesn't know about those villagers yet. Both scouts are weak. TaToH's scout has the slight edge. TaToH just walling up, expecting the man-at-arm upgrade. I think he's expecting the man-at-arm upgrade. I don't know why he deleted the walls there. He only sees 2 militia, so I don't think he's expecting this to be man-at-arms. The 3rd militia is late for Gabi. Yeah, now TaToH will see man-at-arms. Now he might need to quickly re-wall this. Again, the 3rd militia is not here. TaToH has not walled this yet. There's the archer range for Gabi on the back. TaToH has no clue that's there. And now TaToH just caught a glimpse of the 3rd one. But, you know, TaToH's showing a lot of confidence there that he could fight that back. Gabi's going for the tower now, too. This is classic Gabi. Classic Gabi gameplay. It's perfect, too, because you force the walls on the wood line, and then you get the tower behind the wood line, and then they have to run into your man-at-arms. Gabi needs to stay here, though. She can't get too crazy. She needs to be ready for when this tower completes. And once the tower completes, she needs to be here. She can't leave. TaToH's got lots of farms. Thankfully, the farms are cheaper with the Teutons. But yeah, tower's about to go up. I just don't love Gabi's positioning. TaToH can just leave the wood line immediately. TaToH will see this. Has to react immediately. And he can just move. Ah, man, I mean, I'm saying this with... This is a guy who's been on the other side of this rush so many times. And she would always be waiting right there. Now, maybe the skirmishers were tracking. Maybe that's the reason, but... I think she tried to... think she was doing tower on the wood line, damage here, and damage here, but actually, both attacks ended up being the worst play there. Look at the difference in farms. Just 3 farms for Gabi. This is an expensive rush to go for. TaToH's already got 7. TaToH just moved his wood line. That's no problem for him. TaToH's played really well to track the man-at-arms. And he's got the skirmishers out for the sneak archers. TaToH doesn't know about the sneak range, but he should know there's something over here. The direction they came from. I don't know how much TaToH knows about her reputation, but he should understand if the archers have come that quickly from that direction that there's something there. Would you pre-tower the second wood line now in TaToH's shoes? No, there's no need. There's no need. You don't have to worry about that at all. Like, you've got skirms for that. Now, if you need to send all your army forward, then, yeah, you might want to consider a tower. But I don't like towering the wood because then your gold's exposed. The skirmishers do not kill man-at-arms very quickly. But I guess you can if you take your time with it. Gabi's building a stable. She wants to go scouts with the archers, but, like, really complicated to do that with her economy right now. Her economy is not good enough to make that many scouts. She can maybe make 1 or 2. Fletching is in for TaToH. He's still tracking this. And the archers are going to be sneaky here for Gabi. TaToH's just waiting. But he won't see the archers. These are archers without fletching, though. The villagers are just over there on the stone. Here comes Gabi. Gabi will see the sheep. She'll take those sheep. She's so good at sneaking the archers. She always goes a little bit further than most players. But not having fletching here is a problem. It means she probably won't get the villager kill she wants. And TaToH has fletching. Gabi doesn't have the scout here, guys. This is what the scout was made for. Needs to have the scout here. 1 archer's down. There's the scout now. But how many archers go down here? I think TaToH could continue to chase this and just send a spearman this direction from the barracks right now. That's really nice play from TaToH. Also, says TaToH lost a unit. I wonder what he lost. Did he lose a villager to a boar? It says he lost a unit and Gabi doesn't have any kills yet. I don't know. I guess it wasn't a villager. So maybe he lost something to a wolf somewhere. Nice job, though. TaToH will be happy with that. Because you killed off the archers and now it's mainly scouts you have to deal with. TaToH will go for his own stable now. And TaToH will find Gabi's base, see what's going on over here. I like the way Gabi's walled up, though. Really smart walls at home. And she always has the potential for a big army to go in towards TaToH. So TaToH's got to be careful. And Man-at-Arms come back. But Man-at-Arms will die. Gabi just so badly wants a villager. She's like, please, give me 1. It's not going to happen. Yeah, guys, Gabi's going to make more scouts. Gabi's going to make more archers. She is going to be diving into TaToH's base soon. I want TaToH to build an outpost here. Like, just so you know what's going to be coming into your base. He's going 2 stables. He's like, fine, Gabi. You want to go full feudal? I am feudal voy. I accept the challenge. I don't know how long it's been since TaToH's had the account, but he had a full feudal account. An account he would never allow himself to go Castle Age on. It was really fun. He got to like 2K, 2100 or something. Never would go Castle. Always full feudal. He's going to tower rush her. He's going to tower rush her farms. He's on stone for more potential towers, either defensively or offensively. Gabi's not expecting this. That's just random sheep. Like, Gabi thinks her eco is essentially safe. And that she could move in to attack TaToH right now. She's never going to expect a tower rush with scouts on the front of her base. She also has no clue TaToH's on double stable. Like, TaToH, he might actually have some problems. That's a pretty big army. But he can adapt and defend from this if he makes more army over here. Let's see. TaToH actually needs the wood right now for that tower. Gabi's on the way through. There's the tower. That's a crazy tower. Look how many farms that denies. Okay, but here's Gabi with the army. Gabi has armor on the scouts. She's got fletching on the archers. TaToH needs a defensive tower now. That's the thing. Had TaToH not gone to stone, he could never build a defensive tower as well. But Gabi's doing some real damage here. She's going to do some crazy damage here. Tower's definitely going up. TaToH hasn't actually lost that many villagers yet, but he should lose a couple. He loses a couple there. Tower completes. He garrisons. He's bringing his scouts over. Meanwhile, Gabi doesn't have any defense, and the scouts from TaToH go through, and TaToH has forging and armor. So Gabi's whole wood line is exposed. Her wood line's getting massacred. TaToH's wood line's getting massacred. He actually can't make another tower because he doesn't have the wood for it, because this is his wood line right now. But I think he can bring the skirms over, and I think he can bring the army over and potentially engage. It's actually really close, though. That's a lot of archers. Yeah, TaToH hops out, so he'll lose some vills, so his army's still doing some damage. And then he goes back into the tower. Damn, that's really good play from Gabi. They're both screwed right now. They're both screwed, but I think it's better for Gabi. Like, it seems better for Gabi, right? TaToH can't take wood. TaToH's got 12 villagers inside of his town center. TaToH's going to lose his tower. Gabi can at least take wood. Still feels like TaToH can clear this. But it'd be such a shame if he loses his tower here. Like, Gabi won't want to leave before taking down the tower, but she has to at 27 HP. And TaToH will chase this down. TaToH can move back to wood now. And TaToH's over here, and now TaToH will build another tower. And Gabi doesn't have an army here to stop that. And TaToH's scouts need to be collected up here, but he's still microing on this side. TaToH will clear this. TaToH's tower will go up. Now Gabi won't have golds. Yeah, TaToH's tower is completely unprotected here, though. So, yeah, that tower is just going to go down. It's a problem with when you don't have two towers next to each other. Gabi up by about 6 vills. But I'm concerned about her army situation. I guess she's always got the sneak archers. Tiny detail, but if TaToH doesn't... Ooh, TaToH's on the wood line. TaToH should get more villager kills. If TaToH doesn't repair that tower at home, he can't hop into it. Those archers could come right back. The archers are also going to come this way now. Another tower from TaToH. So good luck ever getting gold if you're Gabi. Crazy series, man. This is so good. I love this. I miss Arabia where villagers actually die in feudal age. This is so good. Like, I've been thinking and saying for years that the Arabia versions that has become standard for our scene are just too cookie cutter and just not punishing enough. I know some people hate punishing maps and they're like, no, T90, don't give me a bad wood line, don't give me a bad gold, I want a wall. But this reminds me of the good old days, man. This is what Arabia should be. But it's also the players too. Just how they approach the game is so unique. TaToH scouts come in, the skirms from the other side. And the pathing's horrible. The scouts cannot engage. But still, TaToH's got a good enough army to clear this. Gabi's archers are going to go down yet again. The TaToH will be very happy with that. Still has the 2 towers denying this gold and denying some of these farms. Gabi does have that gold. But she has no army now. T90 craves violence? Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't want to sound like an old man, but the reason people played Arabia back in the day was because you could do damage. Was because things died. Because every age had variety to it. And I would argue the ranked version of Arabia does not promote such a thing. And it hasn't for years. But again, I'm also the guy who looks fondly on the good old days. And, you know, walked uphill both ways to play the game, so... I don't want to sit here and yell at clouds. This is awesome. But I think TaToH's gotten the better of Gabi here. This is a problem. Hard in chat says keep Arabia as it always was supposed to be, and then make runestones to close land map. Heart, I was so happy you spoke up. I could find 100 clips right now of you. What is my wood line, man? My wood line is in Narnia. Oh, wait, no, that's MBL quote. That's MBL quote. What would Hart say? I forget what Hart would say. I unintentionally made fun of MBL there, Hart. But no, I agree. I agree. This is fun. But you know how it is, right? This is special because we don't experience this all the time right now. And like anything, you start to experience it enough times and you get tired of it. So it'd be the case for any type of map. Hart says, I only hate my map being bad when my opponent's is good. Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. Same with the civs, right? You get, like, Sicilians into Chinese. And then you're like, well, what is this? What are we playing right now? I mean, game isn't over yet. Vill count's even. It feels like it's 10 times harder for Gabi right now, but all the stats we look at, res collected and whatnot, all say that Gabi's in it. I don't know what that mill is. She's clearly very nervous. There's a lot happening. That mill probably needs to be canceled. Counterattack from Gabi. She's going for scouts now as well. But TaToH's got enough scouts to handle that. And Gabi, yeah, just forced to farm forward now because of all of these farms here. And that's a nice clear up from her. And TaToH wasn't expecting that. But TaToH also traps this army, will kill this army. I would expect TaToH to go to gold soon, and TaToH to think about Castle Age, but maybe not. TaToH still doesn't have bloodlines, by the way. I can't help but feel like that, like, TaToH... I don't know if it's overconfidence or what, but, like... Let's just say he's at least embraced the chaos, and... Gabi thrives in chaos. She's got another group of archers here. I mean, TaToH's got some skirms, but that might not be enough to defend this. Now TaToH's going to tower that wood line. This is such a fun series. Skirms will kill some of the archers. TaToH still has a tower there. That's a lot of spears from Gabi. TaToH runs right into them. I think TaToH needs to wall up this tower. Against Gabi, she might rush that down eventually. Now TaToH gets bloodlines, but he gets bloodlines on scouts after he's lost most of the HP. That's like... What is the real-life comparison to getting bloodlines after you lose all your HP? It's like... I don't know, like working out after you ate 15 pizzas at... I don't know. That's the first thing that came to mind. That should tell you everything about me. Gabi's trying to tower her stone. Gabi's trying to tower her stone, and it's not in time, and she'll lose the villagers. The tower's up. She's off of wood now. This army hasn't killed anything. It's idling a lot of economy, but it hasn't actually killed anything. And TaToH's still got this line of towers around. Look how many farms this denies. And the towers have killed 7 vills, guys, because Gabi hasn't deleted the farms. The forward farmers, when they finish a farm, will go to the other farms, finish them first. You always have to delete your farms. You see this? Villagers are coming underneath the tower because the farms are not deleted. So if you ever get tower rushed, delete your farms and just move away. The villagers have a death wish. They want to die. People blame the pathing, but it's actually just the villagers have suicidal tendencies. And it's painful to look at, but she just continues to lose vills. Another tower from TaToH. That one might not go up. Oh, God. It's just never ending. Oh, she's losing so many vills. Gabi! Move! Delete your farms! Delete your farms! Get out of here! Oh, my God! What? Finally! Holy crap, man. She's busy, focused on the front, but she's now 20 vills behind. And TaToH's got a big scout army. And the scout army will dive, and this might be the GG play. The only thing keeping Gabi in this game was the archers. And those archers are going to go down. And then these archers here should go down. TaToH's towers will never be taken out. Like, it's too strong of a position to do anything about that in feudal. And TaToH can full clear this now. TaToH's still determined to tower. This is feudal boy, all right. He's still determined to stay in feudal age. But he doesn't... I mean, why not? At this point, I think you're in such a good position. You don't actually need to do anything different than what you are doing. Man, this is bringing me back. This is so cool, man. But the thing about this is, like... you know, some people are going to say this isn't fun to play, right? I would love to watch it, but it's not fun to play. This is actually fun to play. Villagers everywhere. Crazy armies. Sneaks. I love the games like this. This is great. Complete chaos, man. TaToH probably should just chill here. Like, from here, you can just go to castle, build a castle, upgrade your towers. But he is honing in on Gabi's wood line. He knows she's not on wood down here. Knows she's not on wood down here. Is going to walk all the way over here to build this tower. That's a crazy tower. What went wrong for Gabi here, guys? I'm trying to think about it. I think she switched to scouts a little too early, maybe. Because she made like 2 scouts, but she had no economy to make more. I guess also it's just the forward towers from TaToH was just something she was never expecting. It wasn't so much about her. It was just what TaToH did. The forward tower rush from TaToH was the game changer. It's amazing. Now, these towers killing 13 villagers hurt. It realistically should have only killed like maybe 5. But I think at that stage, TaToH was already in such a good spot. He builds another tower now. He's just going to deny all the wood lines. This is the only wood Gabi can take right now. Another archer will go down. More scouts coming in from TaToH. Gabi's up to 6 spearmen right now. She's going to need more than that. Another tower from TaToH. TaToH's having fun now. TaToH's having a lot of fun. This is crazy. These going to be towers everywhere. And Teuton Tower beats Portuguese Tower, so good luck with that one, Gabi. It's also great for the favorite, too. You're just kind of, like, reminding your opponent who you are and what you're capable of. This is going to be a real sucker punch here for Gabi. Gabi is on the way to Castle Age. I didn't realize that. Okay. Castle Age into what? I mean, it is kind of... The game's been so long, it would make sense that we'd see Castle Age at some point. We're almost at 40 minutes. This has been full feudal, but, like, TaToH... TaToH could probably kill Castle Age if he continues with this. Has to be careful here. Has to... Oh, he's throwing his scouts here. TaToH! Okay. He's probably dominating somewhere else. Dominating this tower, building another tower, building another tower. Gabi's basically going to be in Castle Age to go for pikemen. And pikemen don't beat towers. That's the problem. Pikemen can kill the scouts, but they can't take down the towers. And there's towers everywhere. There's going to be scouts everywhere. And there's too many scouts to deal with. Okay, there go the spears before the pikeman upgrade. And TaToH is just feasting. TaToH's also shooting this down. This is an absolute masterpiece from TaToH. Really fun game. Both these players are so fun to watch. So unorthodox. Gabi is going to try cav archers. I mean, there's not a very long list of things you can really try here. And she clicks light calves, so she wants to... That's the only thing that she can make, I guess, without golds. GG. 42-minute game. TaToH made 59 scouts, 23 spears, 15 skirmishers. Gabi made 45 archers, 21 spears, and 19 scouts. That was a good old-fashioned Arabia game. That was super cool. And how many towers were on the map when the game ended? We had... TaToH had 11 offensively to have 24 kills. Gabi had 5 defensively, but also the forward tower, the defensive towers from TaToH. That was sick. We end this game, and you can only find, like, maybe 10 different palisade walls on the map. Everything else is just full open, full army, crazy aggression. Well played. I think, again, the big thing here was TaToH's counterattack. TaToH's counterattack was so cool because, like, up to this point, Gabi was cooking because Gabi had a big army. She was consistently going to do some damage to TaToH, and the way she set up her walls and her base, TaToH couldn't really get value because everything was protected by walls or the town center. The second TaToH comes forward with some towers, though, that changes things, and then things are chaotic for both. This was also really close. Like, Gabi almost broke TaToH here. If Gabi had a little bit better fight in this scenario, she takes down that tower fully. She hangs around here. But again, I think her eco was also getting hit at the same time. So it was like, oh, it was just such a crazy game. That's not the type of game that I would really want if I was against Gabi myself, because Gabi loves her adaptive, crazy games. But TaToH's also so good at it that it made sense, and TaToH's up 2-1 now. I would love to see a Game 5 from this series. Because, damn, has it been fun to watch. Gabi probably needs to go back to her original game plan, and it's just to wall. Because, the chaos just makes TaToH stronger as well. All right. So, Gabi's number 1 pick, Georgians. We've got Vikings now for TaToH. This is like later down in the draft. Now, I really like Vikings on Arabia. I'm not sure I would pick them first or second, but after all the bans which happened, I think it's a reasonable civ, mainly because of their economy, though. Not necessarily because of their army. Gabi has that free mule cart, and that allows you to have a really fast opening. Just getting that for free, and you don't have... There's no downside to it, right? You're not lacking wood. You're not lacking food. That's incredibly strong. I think just looking at the maps here, this is similar to the previous game where it's going to be tough for Gabi to go for the full wall that we saw in the first two games. I would expect aggression. Normally with Georgians, you would expect scouts, but it's Gabi, and I think going for man-at-arms could easily be the play. In fact, the fact that she has a villager on wood already tells me it could be, because you don't really need the wood income for a while here with Georgians. Yeah, I really like Vikings. I feel like if you make it to Castle Age and even stay with your opponent with Vikings, and you play like 2 town centers with lots of range units, could be really strong. So TaToH probably want to be on archers, but what you don't want to do is fall into a situation where you're not on archers with Vikings, because if you're like, I suppose you could play longsword. Longsword is an option which suits their bonuses with the infantry, but it doesn't always work out at a high level. And so if it's not that and it's not crossbow and you have to go like knights or just play 2 defensive at all, it's an issue. And there's lots of hills. Like the hills around TaToH's base are really punishing. Queens, MBL Ozone, I think, is happening now. It was supposed to happen in 20 minutes, but then they changed the schedule. So we might end up missing that one. I obviously hope we can maybe catch the tail end of that, but when sets overlap, not really too much I can do. T90, how do you feel about Fishboom on this map? Mahazama, I feel like the last 8 messages that you have sent to me are questions that don't have legitimate answers, and you know it. That's what I think. Like, before you asked that question, what was the other one? I got to pull up your chat history. When will Lorena be in this tournament? That's my fiance. Before that, the other question was, why didn't the free longboat spawn in? Like, do you want me to go down the list of your chat history, my friend? These questions, they imply you're not a very serious person. Also, butt plugs rule. What a name. I have no clue what other people are doing with their casting schedules. This is also not my tournament.
Knockin_life has just
donated
$50. THX for the vids. Helps me when falling asleep. Have a good one. See ya.
Sorry, that scared the crap out of me. Knockin_life, thank you for the dono. Now, that was a serious message. That was a serious message. But yeah, I can't answer questions on what everyone else is doing with their streams. I'm sorry. Okay? Thank you, Knockin_life, for the $50 dono. Easy money in chat. Thank you, man. This helps me when falling asleep. Okay, well, that makes me feel slightly less good, but happy I can put you to sleep with all my hard work. You're welcome. So TaToH's gone for the full wall. He's kind of concerned that Gabi could be aggressive here. Gabi is going for a really fast uptime. I'm not sure I love Gabi's build so far. Oh, man, and her scout went right into the TC. I mean, she wasn't expecting full walls. But this is... It just doesn't... It feels like Gabi's not going to be able to afford what she wants to afford. And now, is she going to shift her walls over here now? Like, she went for the bubble wall. Now she's going to go for the big wall. I hope, for her sake, that she isn't, like, mentally falling off a little bit. But, like, that's a random villager that just decided to take stone. I don't know. Is that a plan? Seems like it's a plan for her. What is this build? TaToH went 22 pop. Full walls. Now, some part of this could just be Gabi's confusion based on what she's seeing from TaToH. She's going to tower. All right. Well, she's going to tower to disrupt the wood line. And TaToH already has the other wood line. Yeah, it's an interesting play from TaToH. Who, by the way, is missing his sheep out here. So another game where TaToH doesn't get his sheep. Honestly, it's like not a horrible adaptation from Gabi. Initially, I was confused. But if she went for scouts, she wouldn't be able to accomplish much. A tower is something that could hold control long term, so... I mean, that's a good tower. See if TaToH does anything about that. Yo, Prime, thanks for the 5 gifted, man. Let's go. Thank you, guys. It's really good to be back after a little bit more than a week away. I was mainly joking with my chat earlier, by the way. I'm not trying to scare anybody away from chatting. I just noticed some people try and, bait me into responding to certain things. So felt like I needed to call that out. And here we go. Gabi with the tower. Gabi with the forward range. We've seen this before. You're not boring, my bro. Great commentary, T90. And sorry. No, don't apologize. I'm just joking. It's all good. I have heard that I put people to sleep so many times, I can't possibly be upset by it. I only cry about it once a week, not twice. Or not 3 times like it used to be. I'm accepting that this is how it is. Tower number 2 for Gabi. TaToH building a defensive tower. TaToH's also stonewalling this. He doesn't have any stone in his walls. What is TaToH's plan here? Now, kind of an interesting aspect of this tower from Gabi. If she completes it, she can just put archers inside of either tower. But I don't think she can complete that. TaToH did a good job there with his scout just to delay it. And now TaToH will actually take that stone. And Gabi can see that stone's going to be taken, so I think she'll just tower that herself soon. T90 is the Mike Tyson of AoE2 casting. That's a new one, man. Because I put people to sleep. That's funny. Hopefully you're not talking about my speech. That's funny. Well, TaToH won't have enough stone to build a counter tower there. So Gabi's tower is still going to be doing some damage. The worry here is economy. Yeah, I'm not going to bite anyone's ear. Don't worry. Also, hopefully I don't have a lisp. I also don't have a pet tiger. Though my cat does sometimes think he's a tiger. All right, TaToH gets to 155 stone. He abandons the stone. But again, his economy is really smooth back here. And Gabi's not so much. Gabi's scout's still weak. Gabi's scout is on the wrong side there. Gabi's scout might not be able to leave. Oh, that was really nice from TaToH. He clicked that one back to get in front of it. And now Gabi doesn't have the scout to see what TaToH's up to, though he does see the range. I mean, in the previous game, Gabi towered, but then she could get in with her army and do damage. In this game, she can't do crap. Like, she can't break in. She can't do any of the damage she's hoping for. She comes over with archers. TaToH already has a skirm here. TaToH's just cooking up at home with lots of farming eco. And Gabi only has 3 farms. 4 farms now, but the balance isn't really as efficient long term. TaToH's scout now, oh, could find a free archer kill. That's such good value of the scout from TaToH. Gets the kill, backs away. Remember, TaToH does have enough for a tower if he needs to ever place one. Gabi's going to place another one here. TaToH just seems so confident. We'll click the scout over after the skirm, too. And obviously, you don't want to lose the scout. The skirmisher just completely missed that volley there. And players get fletching at the same time. And now Gabi goes for a stable. So she's going to try the same thing she did last time. Go for scouts as well. She's crazy. Also, crazy how TaToH's just standing there with his scout. I mean, Gabi loads into a game to go get kills. She wants damage. The first 2 games she walled. And she walled a lot, so she could do both. But crazy micro from her. TaToH's tower ends up being pretty important here. The tower will complete. And Chess is Luck in chat says, hi T90, I watch your streams every morning. It helps me wake up. I have you set as my alarm. Couldn't start the day without you. Okay, we gotta mod this man. Oh my god, yes! Yes! Genuinely the first time I've heard that, though. I've never heard that before. But hey, good morning, sunshine. Thank you. TaToH needs to build a tower here to deal with this. Gabi's got some chances here. I mean, these towers are definitely going to be a factor in the long run. The Scout Edition from Gabi is paid off. Her micro is so good. And this tower will complete. TaToH's building a market so he can buy stone for his own tower. But he has some weak villagers here, guys. There's some really weak villagers in this wood line. So he's got to be really careful with that. Now, ultimately, I think both players are just going to put archers inside their towers. But that's better for Gabi because she's got more archers. Still think the farming eco for TaToH is key here. He's going to make it to Castle Age a lot faster. But Castle Age into what, exactly? Also, it looks like he's leaving his base. Will Gabi see this? Ooh. If Gabi sees that, she's going to go crazy, dude. She's going to go crazy for that wood line. She spotted that. Oh, she knows. TaToH needs to buy another tower here. This is where you preemptively tower. He doesn't actually have the wood. Okay, now he's got the wood. He just bought the tower. He's towering it now. Gabi's got a small window of opportunity. With only 2 scouts, it's kind of awkward. And with the tower on the way up, it's awkward. But yeah. I don't know. Now that the tower's up, can he do anything about it at all? I'm not sure. The tower's up. And she's just a little too late. Damn. So, TaToH's going to click up to Castle Age. I said that Vikings need to be on archers in Castle. He's going to be there. More villagers coming from Gabi for another tower to deny this wood line. If this tower goes up, TaToH can't take wood. Without wood, TaToH can't make archers. I would like to see TaToH maybe consider putting some vills in this and shooting these towers down so we could retake that wood line. I mean, TaToH might just need to build another counter tower, but he can't actually see that. He can't see it. It's crazy he can't see that, because if he did, I think he would build his own. That is a perfect tower from Gabi. She's still so far away from Castle Age. But with the market, she could buy some food and maybe click up. Her eco's looking a whole lot better now. This has been a really good game from Gabi to try and punish TaToH's defensive play. And TaToH senses something is up. But yeah, now the tower is up. And now what? I think he might build a tower over here and just shoot this one down. Yeah, that's what he'll try. Scouts are running in from Gabi. TaToH has a hole in the wall still. Gabi has armor on the scouts. TaToH completely forgot about that. He did not think that the scouts could ever get in, and he also hasn't reacted to it, guys. He just hasn't seen it. TaToH, hello? It's just crazy. Gabi's pressure is just non-stop. TaToH still has not reacted to his gold. He sees it now, but he's lost 4 villagers. Gabi's building another tower now. She does have 0 towers at home, though. And TaToH's going to counterattack. Okay, she will have 1 tower at home. That's so funny. All her army's on the front. All her towers are on the front. TaToH will struggle for wood for a while. But he'll go and try and batter these towers down. I don't know if that'll work. But it might, because Gabi doesn't have army there right now. And TaToH will see this tower. And, okay, TaToH will just garrison his towers here to shoot this. That's the safer play. Because Gabi's bringing all her army over. Also, TaToH keeps moving this freaking sheep around. I'm sick and tired of getting distracted by the sheep. Not important, but... it's like 3 games in a row, TaToH's had sheep problems. The people in my chat saying, oh, check what's over there. And it's just a bunch of sheep. Gabi's on the way to Castle Age. She needs a tower over here now. But it's this never-ending cycle, right? Like, TaToH's towers have bodkin, so they're much stronger now. And so all of Gabi's towers are getting shot down. TaToH's army has killed 1 villager, killed 2, and now Gabi can't take stone over here. So now she has to mule over this way, which is in the middle of the map. That's going to be the direction TaToH will come in the future. If Gabi can keep her crossbows alive or archers alive and get to crossbows, she still gets some good chances. Some of these towers are still standing as well, but this one was shot down. This one's being shot down as well. Crazy. crazy, crazy, crazy game. I mean, Vikings have handcart now, so their eco is really efficient. And Gabi doesn't even have wheelbarrow. So you got to keep that in mind. And TaToH's eco is pretty inefficient for a little bit, but I think Gabi's eco is going to be inefficient now because she's the one under pressure. And TaToH's got defensive towers everywhere. So, like, guard tower defense is a strong option for him. And now Gabi doesn't have these villagers in her vision. She didn't know. She didn't think about it. There's so many other things to look at. And the forward vills get slaughtered on the front. And Gabi is almost in Castle H. She's behind an army. She's behind in vills now. And Gabi's up. She'll go for elite skirm. I'm sure she wants to go for crossbowman too, but she doesn't actually have the food for that just yet. And TaToH's actually just going to build another tower to shoot this down. That's very creative. Because if you make a siege, Gabi could make knights now. Skirm is a good play. That's where TaToH's going to need the siege. And crossbow's on the way as well, but Gabi's eco is going to be rather awkward to manage here compared to TaToH's. All of TaToH's wood lines are pretty safe now. And yeah, tower's up. He'll shoot that down. Got another crossbow army coming this way, and he can run away from this army. Now, the churches increase the work rate in the areas around it for the Georgians. So that is nice for Gabi. I would have liked a defensive siege workshop because, like, a defensive siege workshop is so close to being an offensive one because you're so close to the opponent. But, I mean, that hasn't happened yet. She's going to go for the forward one. Scouts from Gabi. Again, out of nowhere. TaToH's not expecting this to happen because it just feels so out of place. But she's always got something to harass. So she denies that TC for TaToH. And over here, TaToH's crossbows unable to find the damage they want. But these crossbows are still sneaking around, and Gabi has to track them. And does Gabi see it at all? TaToH's getting ballistics. I think Gabi just caught a glimpse of that. And TaToH's going back to the town center. He'll complete this. He's got the crossbows here, so he'll complete it over time. But Gabi's siege workshop is already focused in on that. That's crazy. This tower will soon be shot down, so TaToH will have a bit more freedom there. I think TaToH needs to go for guard tower here. Like, guard tower to defend this TC is going to be necessary if he knows about the siege. But he doesn't know about it yet. I think he's about to find out. No ballistics for Gabi's ranged units. Also, not the final armor. So the crossbows can still take them down. And now TaToH knows about the siege workshop. Yeah, now I would expect TaToH to build that tower. But there's already a siege from Gabi. And she's going to church rush him. This is crazy, dude. She's playing so good. And, like, with defensive churches everywhere and random skirms everywhere, it gets really difficult for TaToH to properly do some damage. TaToH's under a lot of pressure. I think he needs more counter damage. He needs, like, forward siege or something. But that's tough to justify when knights could be out. You never really know. And finally, guard tower for TaToH. And Gabi tracking TaToH. This is an important wood line for her. Still doesn't have that final armor upgrade. So she's losing a lot more skirms than you would want. But as long as she clears it, I think she'll be happy. I think that's a reasonable trade for TaToH, though. He killed a lot of units here. And now he has more units coming this way. TC is still a problem, though. More siege on the way from Gabi. TaToH has to fire uphill. That's not easy. TaToH might want another TC. He's going to drop it in his base. Probably a smart move. But Gabi's just got him surrounded, guys. Like, look at this. She's got vision in a circle around the base. TaToH. Good micro. Gabi, good micro. Crossbows can't do too much for TaToH there. TaToH climbing ahead in the res collected just because of the extra eco, but the efficiency's not really there. He will build another TC, so he's just going to give up this one over time, I think. If Gabi could boom now, she'd be incredible, but her style is so aggro that she can't be aggro and also boom, you know? But like a second TC right now, even just 2 would be so good. But being on 1 for this long can get really dangerous. Because if you lose your army once, you could be cooked. Oh. Oh, man, it was on 2 HP. It was on 2 HP and she saves it. It's really tough for TaToH. Gabi's going for knights with +2 armor. That could be the answer to the siege. You just dive in. Take down the siege. She's planning on it from that stable on the front. Now crossbows are this way. And the crossbows still are good with ballistics and no final armor for Gabi. Like, Gabi will invest as little as possible to defend so she can continue to apply pressure to TaToH. That's basically the way she plays the game. But, I mean, God, this is so annoying. It must be so annoying how many crossbows are there. Also, TaToH's tossing crossbows inside of these towers. It's actually shooting down the church and helping if the siege or knights get too far in this direction. Guard tower has been such a good play from TaToH. Also, this tower continues to do damage to units when Gabi runs that way. But TaToH didn't expect the knights. Didn't expect the knights to have +2. TaToH kills his own mangonel. Whoops. 14 villager lead for TaToH. His crossbows dive. I don't think he meant to do that. But okay, kills the monk. Church is actually being shot down. Gabi is coming forward for a castle. She's going to drop it there. Is this too risky? TaToH sees it. TaToH knows. But you have to make a lot of decisions in critical moments. Gabi's obviously just going to commit to this. I'm worried, though, that there could be some siege or something from the other side. That castle has to go up for Gabi. Has to. And if it goes up, we've got a banger on our hands. She'll lose villagers because it's underneath the guard tower. So that's incredibly risky. But if it goes up, it shoots down the towers and then can take the TC. And here she's like microing the knight against the tower and the crossbows. That's a good engagement. Castle's going to go up. I mean, what is TaToH supposed to do about this right now? He actually just has to keep making crossbows. He has to avoid the siege and he has to avoid the towers. He actually does have a lot of crossbows. You just can't tell because they're not out in the field. He's got the other army over here. Sorry, I looked away from this. This army killed 4 villagers. Gabi's missed out on a lot of her farms right now. Look how many vills she has in queue in that TC. 13. She's so nervous. She's so locked in. TaToH will escape again. Build a town center on this side. We'll also see a town center from TaToH in the north. 30 villager lead for TaToH. Gabi's eco's in ruins. But she's slowly pushing down TaToH. And TaToH is to build more and more towers. I think right now, TaToH needs to have the recognition to go out here. If you get like 5 to 10 vills and these extra stones and gold, it's a game changer. But if you get stuck, if you get locked in here, you might not ever be able to escape. Against Manaspa, this is going to be really tough. And Gabi's got enough of them. And TaToH's crossbows are actually in the TC. They'll have to chase that down. But again, there's going to be siege too, right? Like, see if TaToH can expand. There's a villager going to the left. The villager will actually die to a lion if she goes to the left again. Crazy game. Again, like, no defense for Gabi. Like, she never even dealt with these crossbows. She just left them there and is sending everything she can forward. TaToH needs stone, man. There is stone here. Gabi needs some vision. Gabi does not know TaToH's on this side, but truthfully, you just want to keep pushing this way. You already have your target. It is 100 vills for TaToH. It's actually 140 pop for TaToH. It's 70 pop for Gabi. But it feels like Gabi's got the same population just because of how much pressure she has. But she has to be able to break TaToH quickly because TaToH's eco should eventually pay off with something. And right now it's crossbows. This villager is living a very dangerous life. Or she was. These crossbows looping the whole way around. And Gabi's siege. Not around to track these crossbows here. And the Manaspa will dive, hoping to get kills. TaToH's micro's been really good so far. Manaspa don't have the HP of Knights. They only have 90 HP. They have a lot more attack. I think that's a decent fight for TaToH. And he'll end up losing his crossbows, which will take time to rebuild, but maybe it was pretty good for Gabi. I don't know. It's so tough to say. Crossbow army down here now for TaToH. Gabi just now adding the second TC. She can't push him, guys. She can't break the towers. She can't siege push this way or this way. She would need another castle. And TaToH seems to recognize that. And Gabi... Gabi has found TaToH has expanded over here. Well, not really. She didn't know about this town center. So now she's going to have to siege push this side. Maybe she pushes this way because she is pushing this TC. But she can't really be everywhere at once right now, which is an issue. TaToH is just getting rid of this archer range because Gabi's tossing out random crossbows to try and harass over here. But it's just not doing enough for her. 120 vills for TaToH. He has just boomed under pressure the whole game. But still no Imperial Age. Like, this is close to the point where I think you should stop making vills and just save food to go imp. This is critical. That gold for TaToH's a game changer because he can't take this gold. If he could find stone as well, he could eventually get to a castle. This gold also is pretty sick. TaToH just went for masonry, so now his buildings have more HP. And yeah, Gabi's going to push this side now. She needs to know about some of these TCs. She just does not know. She has to come back to clear this. These crossbows killed 14 vills. Gabi will clear it, though. TaToH's got an army problem, guys. TaToH might have the eco. TaToH's got an army problem. He will lose his crossbows to those Manaspa. And his TC is... what on earth is this? We got Mangonels under the TC. TC is under fire here. TaToH with another guard tower. TaToH with more crossbows. TaToH going for pikemen now. Which makes sense when you're up against Manaspa and you're going to run out of gold. Does anyone know if Vikings get arrow slits? I'm guessing no. TaToH would probably get it. I probably should watch the fight right now. The Manaspa jump on these crossbows and they get on the other side of him. He'll kill him. TaToH was no army. He's about to lose the TC. TaToH doesn't know he's 60 villagers ahead. He knows he has an eco lead. He doesn't know it's 60. Gabi just randomly getting a relic. TaToH with another sneaky TC. Gabi might find this TC on the left. And TaToH sees that, though. We'll fight that back with villagers. And TaToH has stone somewhere. His stone back here is pretty critical right now because he's actually banking up towards more towers, but also a castle. And TaToH's about to have a lot of pikemen. Viking infantry gets more HP. You got 66 HP on the pikemen. I forget what the standard amount of HP is, but I think it's like 55, 50. I don't have it memorized. Normally, relying only on pikes is a problem, but when you have this big of an eco, it's probably okay to do. I feel like Gabi's missing another forward castle somewhere. Like, she needs a big rush. She does have 18 Manaspa, but TaToH's built another tower. And Gabi's going to switch back to the left. TaToH sees it. His stone miners. They quick wall. Beastly quick wall from TaToH to keep the Manaspa out. Meanwhile, TaToH's moved back this direction towards the siege. He's reclaiming this area. Manaspa will probably break through there. Gabi's going for redemption. With redemption, she can convert siege. So that's maybe a good opportunity for her. TaToH's barracks are on the other side of the map right now. So if he wants pikemen in the north, it's going to be tough. And the Manaspa are through. TaToH's diving with the pikemen. He's going to lose the pikemen to the town center. He hasn't taken any siege. TaToH's fully panicked right now. What a game, dude. What a game. Every game has been so good. TaToH does have 30 more pikes in queue. It says 151 villagers in Castle Age. Oh my goodness, man. Like, look, you gotta send pikes from the right side of the map to get over here. You're not gonna do that easily. But TaToH does have villagers to lose, I guess. Oh, he's tower rushing this side. Gabi finds out the wrong way that TaToH's over here. TaToH's stealing the stone. And that secures even more stone for castles for TaToH. Manaspa are in. They'll find random towers everywhere they go, which will slowly kill them off. That's an issue. Over here, Gabi's going to push this TC. She's getting kills there. Here, TaToH lost crossbows and Gabi lost siege. I can't tell what the red dots are in TaToH's base. I keep thinking it's army, and it's just random buildings from Gabi. I keep looking here. Sorry about that. Gabi needs a forward castle somewhere. Like, that's what this feels like, because she can't siege push anymore. Redemption's in. Conversion happens. Well played, Gabi. She misses the shot there. Still worth it, though. The Manaspa are back. How does TaToH only have 1 hour of idle TC or idle time this game? Oh, wait, I looked at the wrong one. I looked at idle TC. Okay, he's got 10 hours of idle eco time. I looked at the wrong stat. I was expecting it to be higher than an hour. That tracks. An hour idle TC is actually really high. But he's had a lot of TCs. He took a really good fight over here. He's still making more army over here. The Manaspa are dying underneath the town centers and the towers. And it seems like, especially with pikemen on the way, Gabi is just running out of steam here. Like, she doesn't have any more resources to spend. Her eco's never been on par with TaToH's, but it's way worse now after losing some of those vills, and if this gets towered or castled or something. I guess she does have 100 vills now, so it's not too bad. TaToH runs underneath the castle there. But yeah, TaToH will castle this. And that is maybe Gabi's best chance to get gold right there, because she took all the gold in their base. She can't take the gold in the back. That castle hurts. And also, with that castle, you can get chieftains in TaToH's position. So that's really helpful in a lot of different ways with how this game's going. And TaToH's 200 pop. He's just defended and defended and defended and defended from her pressure. TaToH's about to click imp. He'll have a castle. He'll have more castles because he's taking the stone. And he, like... Yeah, just crazy performance, man. I think Gabi needs, like, a really big attack right now. But where? Let me just zoom out and click TaToH's towers. TaToH's towers have 33 kills. And the town centers have, well, 5. But the towers have been so helpful. And TaToH's resilience to just expand. Expanding over to the left ended up being huge, right? Just so good. There's nice recognition from him so he didn't get trapped in. And oh god, the crossbows are killing all the monks! No, Gabi, no! Oh man, like every monk goes down. Worth it for TaToH. And Gabi will clear this up. But Gabi's getting pikemen raided over here. No chieftains for TaToH, so he doesn't get gold for killing villagers, which is kind of sad. But he doesn't really need it, so... I think TaToH just needs a defensive castle so he can make trebs here. And then it's definitely over. But it's probably over otherwise. He's got rams. He's got pikes. Little choo-choo action. Manaspa hop out to take down the rams. Pikemen hop out of the rams. Manaspa back inside the castle. But this requires all hands on deck for Gabi to stop this castle from going down. Manaspa's her main type of military. Normally, I'd suggest for TaToH to wait. But he's already max pop. So... No real reason to wait around until imp. Gabi's going to keep this up for now, though. So, I mean, there's a positive. But once imp comes in, TaToH can just get stronger and stronger upgrades. and can make trebs. So, looks like TaToH's actually thinking about champion more than anything. Only way Gabi wins now is by civ difference. Just by strength. That's the only way she could win this. Is if Manaspa are so brutally strong that they can fight against these pikes. Fight against champs. Take down the Rams. But how did TaToH... Like, how on earth did TaToH boom this well under this pressure? It's just crazy, dude. He's so good. I feel for Gabi that... I mean, she probably knew going into it against TaToH she was going to struggle, but she's so good. Like, I feel like if it wasn't someone in the top 10, it was someone in the top 20, she could maybe taken more games here. But TaToH's waiting for upgrades. Really bothers me he doesn't have chieftains. Like, really bothers me. Because he has perfect amount of resources to get that. And that would really help. But he's getting other upgrades. And he's dropping a castle here that is going to be denied. TaToH. Plot twist. Villagers down. Castle 65%. Gabi walling. Miraculously trying to save the castle here. That's going to be tough to do. Manaspa don't have the numbers because the Manaspa went back to deny the castle. TaToH only gets through with one ram, but he's still killing all the army and all the vills here. And honestly, Gabi can't leave that castle because it could still be completed. Gabi is losing the church and the gold miners on this side. And siege ram is in for TaToH. Only one castle for Gabi really hurts here. I think TaToH reached a state where he knew he had won the game, so he went for the finishing blow. Realistically, I think just a defensive castle here would have been the way to do it. And then you can just make trebs. But TaToH knows he knows the situation. He knows how good a spot he's in. And he knows how much damage he's done. I don't think he thinks he can ever possibly lose this game. Now he goes for Boggs Vigar. Archer line and longboats plus 1 attack. All right, who's the guy who said, is he going to go longboats? Maybe he'll do it. I mean, that makes the archers much stronger. I would have liked to see... That's an expensive tech. I would have liked to see the other one first because he's got more pikemen, but... Archers and pikemen still very strong against the comp. And now Gabi, I think, is coming to the realization she's probably dead. Now she drops another TC. All these vills are dying. Her base is going to die. She probably can't believe it because she played really well. She played really well. But a fun watch. And every time there's a tournament, people should have their eyes up for Gabi. She's not a fun player to play against. These types of players are amazing. Because, like, some players, if things don't go according to plan for them, they are boring to watch. But Gabi, it's like, win or lose, you know it's really entertaining because her style is just so wild compared to the average player. Well played to Gabi. Well played to TaToH. TaToH wins 3-1. But that's a really good series there. I think in the last 2 games, Gabi gave herself a really good shot with her aggression, but TaToH is just able to find that extra ingredient to survive it. In the previous game, it was the counterattack with the tower. In this game, it was just the amount of towers he played into defensively. And also, let's not forget the number one thing that TaToH tried to clear up the towers from Gabi in Castle was actually guard tower upgrade and his own tower. People don't usually do that. Usually what people do is they add the siege workshop and they add mangonels. And then Gabi dives in with a couple knights or has her own mangonels. And then she takes that down. So yeah, just like TaToH tower here, TaToH everywhere was building towers. That was sick. So yeah, well played. Fun watch. I don't know if we'll see a series over the next week that's quite that entertaining from game to game. I mean, I hope we do, of course, but that was sick. That res collected for TaToH was insane. Obviously, he had way more vills. The thing he struggled with this game was getting access to gold, but it didn't really end up mattering. Gabi was able to take down 1 or 2 town centers, but was never able to take down all of the town centers. So, GG.